getting into this episode of GH. I'm glad Jocelyn came to the realization that her mother was right and that this hatred that she has for Sonny is just it's hurting her. You know what I'm saying? Like this hatred she got for Sonny, it's hurting her more than it's ever gonna hurt Sonny. Like Sonny don't care. But my thing is Jocelyn. How do I put it? She has a right to feel how she want to feel about Sonny because don't get me wrong. I mean, people's their mind change about other people. Sometimes you got the right to change your mind about people, change how you view people. You know what I'm saying? You got the right to do that. She got the right to feel how she want to feel about him. But all this constant whining about him and stuff like that and talking about him and worrying about Dex every 5 seconds, all it's doing is robbing her of her young adulthood. That's all it is. This girl is in her early 20s. Like she's like 20, 21. And all she constantly does is walk around whining about Dex and Sonny. That's all she does. It's like you should be out here getting lit. You know what I'm saying? Like you see how she was at the bachelorette party? Like she was tipsy, she was having fun, she was dancing, other than that little dust up with Christina at the party. That's the Jocelyn I could do that Jocelyn. Like I could take that. I could deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But this constant boo-hooing about Sonny and Dex every five, that's the annoying shit I can't stand. And I just feel like she needs to be more turned up, like figuring out her life. You know what I'm saying? Instead of always worrying about Dex's life. Dex is a full grown ass man who makes his own choices and his own decisions. Let that man do him and you go do you. You know what I'm saying? I understand she worried about him getting shot, whatever, by Sonny. That's not your problem. It's not your problem. These are choices he chose to make, so focus on you. You know what I mean? I get, Jason telling her basically that he, gonna make sure that Sonny don't kill Dex or whatever. I don't know how you gonna do that, but okay. Jason know better than anybody when you in that organization or you in any criminal element, anybody that's working with the cops in any capacity is a done deal. You're a goner, but I guess. But yeah, Jocelyn need to focus on Jocelyn at the end of the day. Like you need to turn up. You should be out here causing trouble, doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Being a little vixen, being scandalous. You should be out here doing that instead of boo-hooing about this situation. Like that's just how I feel about that. Speaking of the situation, moving on to Christina. I had to laugh at Christina today because I said, did that really come out her mouth? In one breath, she said, I'm not naive to my dad or whatever the case might be, to who he is or whatever. Then in the next breath, I just don't believe my dad would send Dex to kill an old man. The same daddy that blew up Johnny Zakara's car and almost blew him and you up. That same daddy. And you don't believe that he sent somebody to kill Cyrus? And I hate that everybody keep talking about Cyrus like he just some busted up old man, like he's some old geezer or something. Like, really, why are we writing this like this? Why? Like, Cyrus is not no feeble, helpless old man. I don't like that he being written like that. Because that's not who he is. That's not how he came on the show. Especially with his reputation and stuff. So I don't like that they're trying to give Cyrus the sympathy here. I don't like it. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not surprised that Christina loves her father. And I do feel like at times she can be very naive to him and who he is. Even though she say she not, I feel like sometimes she is. She got a right to feel how she want to feel about her father. But at the end of the day, it's like, open up your eyes to what he does and stop trying to, justify what he do. You know what I'm saying? He is who he is. Open up your eyes to it, and stop trying to talk as if, oh, my dad's a good person. Oh, he's this, he's that. He's a great guy. Oh, he hands out flowers to elderly ladies and he walks them across the street. And no. Don't get me wrong. Sonny has done a lot of good, but that don't erase what he does every day. That don't negate that he does in fact kill people. That get in his way. He might not kill just random innocent people, but random innocent people tend to get hurt around him too. You can't ignore that, And I like how Molly just was quiet. You know what I'm saying? She just listened to her. She just, was a shoulder for Christina to cry on. Because I like that Molly just stayed neutral. But I also hate how they try to act like Molly's not related to Sonny. Like, are they forgetting that that's his niece? And she loved Sonny at one point. Like, I still believe she do. But she was like, Molly, the way she was about Sonny back in the day, like Molly would defend him too to the ends of the earth. So it's kind of funny watching her now as if he's a damn stranger to her or something. I don't like that. It's weird. And it's also weird that Rick Lance ain't around. Like, where the hell is Rick? You know what I'm saying? Like, where he at? All this stuff going down and he ain't nowhere to be found. This is insane. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, Christina shouldn't pay Jocelyn no bit of mind. And I'm pretty sure if Christina wasn't carrying that baby, Jocelyn would have been dropped. She would have been knocked her to the floor. That's how I feel. She would have been knocked her ass down. Um, but yeah, I would ignore Jocelyn. Like, you feel how you want about your daddy. You just need to be more transparent about who he is. Like, stop saying that you're not naive when you know you really are. So anyway, moving on from that. I don't know what the writers think they trying to do with Jordan and Drew, but don't do it. I don't see the chemistry. And this is just my opinion. This is how I feel. I don't see it. I don't see nothing but the rent with them two. I don't even like them as friends. I don't see no chemistry. Not as friends, not as lovers potentially. I don't see nothing with them. It's just blank. It's like a blank sheet of paper. It's like, you ever have a blank sheet of construction paper and it's just one little color, just a bland ass color. That's how they are. Just bland. Nothing's there. You know what I'm saying? Just no. Mm-mm. He's sitting there talking about, oh, you young and vibrant to be a grandmother. Don't sit here and try to charm her, Drew. Go sit down somewhere. Don't try to charm her. No, I don't like it. Nope. It's eligible bachelors that she can get with. Drew is just a head case that I don't want her with, because the way he look at people with them big bulging eyes and all the he just give off creep. Like, he got a little creep van that he just drive around in trying to creep on women. I don't like it. I don't. Talking about, oh, can I walk you out? No, you can't walk her out. Y'all just sat here, had a beer and talk. Now get the hell on. No, you can't walk her out. Leave her alone. Let somebody else snatch her up. Moving on from that. I mean, I agree with everything Anna was saying about Dex. At the end of the day, he got to prove himself to his fellow officers, because I don't blame none of them for not trusting him. I don't blame them. Hell, I'm glad Anna told him that the officers didn't trust her when she came back as commissioner. They didn't trust her. Hell, even Bennett was questioning her friendship with Sonny and stuff like that. So it's like, you got to gain that trust. And that's just what he's going to have to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that he got to kiss the officers' asses or nothing like that just to get along with them or nothing. Of course not. But, you prove yourself by doing the work, being dependable, being, reliable and stuff like that. Not associating yourself with Sonny at all. You know what I'm saying? Showing that you're tough on crime and whatnot. That's how you get their respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, get their respect by doing the work and showing up. That's how you do it. And that's all. It's like, he just gonna have to do that. But I don't feel like him being a PCPD cop is gonna be smooth sailing for his ass, because trust, Sonny gun for him. I mean, it's the same man that shot his own son, a police detective, in the chest. So it ain't nothing for Sonny to take him out. And he just had a federal agent beat up. So I can imagine what he gonna have Brick do to Dex. Dex better watch his back, because his days seem like they numbered. He better count his days. Because Sonny being quiet right now, but you never know what his little mind think, especially when he short on that dosage for that lithium. I'd be scared if I was him, because hell to the no. Get up in that car and try to drive and them brakes ain't working. Find out that brake line been cut. Better watch your ass. So anyway, moving on from that. I know that had to be terrifying for little Violet. I was about to call her Charlotte. Where the hell is Charlotte? Where that demon child at? I ain't seen her in a minute. She getting professional help? I hope so. But yeah, I felt bad for little Violet, because to be at that young age and you just see your grandfather like that, but she handled it like a pro. She handled it like a champ. She got that man his oxygen mask and everything. I said, go ahead, little Violet. That little Violet, I think she played one of the detective's daughters on That ABC show, Will Trent. That's like one of my favorite shows. I think she played the daughter. I forgot what the detective name was, but I think she played his daughter in that show. Um, but yeah, she was brave. You know what I'm saying? But I know that's traumatizing though. So if I was finna, I'd get her some little child therapy or something from that, because seeing your grandpa, in that state of mind, I'm like, in that type of state, it's like absolutely not. At that young age, I know that's a lot, especially her, sitting there can't sleep now and all that type of stuff. I'm like, nope, get her some help too. Not Kevin, because Kevin, he on my little shit list right now for that Heather Weber nonsense. So I wouldn't trust him in his therapy. I would get somebody else for that. But I'm glad that Gregory was one step ahead of Chase. Because he knew once he saw that Chase wasn't there, he knew where Chase was going and what he was going to try to do. And I'm glad Gregory handled it. Gregory was like, nope, we're not calling off the wedding. We're not doing none of that. I don't blame Gregory, because at the end of the day, it's like, he knows that he got this illness and it's not going away. It's not going to get better. So why cancel the wedding? You know, like, he's deteriorating a lot faster. So it's like you might want to keep the wedding going while he still can be mobile, because it looked like he's deteriorating rapidly. And the wedding is only a week away. So, I doubt that, he's going to fully be out of it by next week. So hopefully, they continue the wedding and stuff like that, because all the work that Lois done put into planning this wedding, I'll be pissed. Sitting here calling florists and caterers and checking seating charts and stuff. Like, nah, I'll be pissed if you cancel that wedding. Like, nope, we ain't about to do all that. Um, I also feel like at some point they might need to discuss, putting him in a facility or something if he does become immobile permanently. Because I don't think it'd be a bright idea to keep him in the apartment with Violet in that state, when that time comes. So I think they might want to look into those options. But I don't blame Finn for not wanting to talk about all that right now, because I don't think now is the time for them to discuss it. But I think, maybe after the wedding they should talk about it. I feel bad for Tracy too. Tracy is looking good. Look at Tracy. Um, I feel bad for her because she is really getting attached to Gregory. She really is. Like, and to know that eventually she gonna lose him, like, that's gonna be another blow to her. I know she probably preparing herself for it because she know the deal, but it's still a lot. To keep losing all these people so close together. It's like, damn. Not it's like you're losing people that's not that far apart from each other. It's like, it's crazy. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, I get everything Sam was saying about Jason. I really do. I get it, because I understand why she don't want Danny around Jason. I get it, but at the same time, it's like, it's that consistency as well, because she don't know if Jason's gonna be consistent in Danny's life. This is the second time he done disappeared out of his life for another couple years and stuff. So I get it. I totally get her on that. But at the end of the day, she's saying that Jason don't know how to be a father to Danny. You got to give him that chance. You know what I'm saying? Jason's gonna have to work on that. But he can't work on it if he don't have the opportunity to. Her keeping Danny away or trying to keep Danny away obviously is not going to be helpful to this, and it's proven that it's more harm than good, because that boy gonna sneak out. He gonna do what he do. He gonna keep rebelling if she keeps on putting shackles on that boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to let him run wild and dictate everything either. Of course not. But you got to find some balance. You can't just say no to everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that either, especially when it comes to his father. Because he really gonna rebel. And I couldn't believe Sam sitting there talking about, oh, she see Jason as the fun, cool parent, but not her or whatever. I'm like, that's most parents. I think every child growing up had that type of structure where maybe the mom was more cool than the dad. The dad was strict, the mom wasn't. She was cool. Then you got the mom that's strict and the dad is cool. I think everybody grew up like that. Well, not everybody. Some people grew up with some balance, but I know a lot of people who grew up like that. The dad was the fun parent, the mom was the real big disciplinarian. But you gotta have that balance though. And Sam can't beat herself up like, oh, he like Jason more than me. You can't beat yourself up. I mean, at the end of the day, like Dante said, y'all going through a rough patch. You know what I'm saying? You're going through a rough patch. And I'm glad Dante was there to kind of ease her and, ease her mind and, kind of, you know, be a shoulder for her because she needed. Um, and I know she's saying that Dante's situation, Dante and Danny father's situation is not the same because of what he went through with Sonny and what Danny going through with Jason. I know she think it ain't the same. It's not identical, but it is comparable. It's just not identical. You know what I'm saying? But Dante can talk from experience with dealing with a complicated, dangerous father. You know, he could definitely talk about that. Um, and it's not like Danny knows Jason that well either. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't. Jason wasn't in his life for a long time, so you know he got to get to know him again. But yeah, I just feel like Sam just needs to take it one day at a time. She needs to just fall back a little bit, you know, sit down with Jason and talk about boundaries. You know, if he gonna be in Danny's life, you know what I'm saying? Talk about the do's and the don'ts. You know, give him an opportunity. But you know, Jason also got another relationship he need to repair with Jake because that's gonna be a bigger, you know, a bigger mountain to climb than Danny. I feel like Sam is doing things right as a parent, you know, as the best she can. But it's like at the end of the day, all that forbidding him to see his father, that ain't gonna work. Like she gotta cut that out. You can't be doing that. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comments, let me know what you all thought, and I'll see you all later. Peace.